From the Blast Off Cleaning Equipment Studios, welcome back to the WPIAL Recap Show. It's your Week 7 recap from all of the best games in Western Pennsylvania on this last Friday night. I'm your host and WPIAL Insider, Carlos Ofco. Thanks for coming back this week. We had another great week, and it was really a week where the stars shined. Fort Cherry's Matt Sig breaks all sorts of different rushing records, 5 different touchdowns, 3 different ways for Mr. Sig as they take down Bishop Canavan. Coach Tanner Gary has Fort Cherry cooking. One of the more legendary performances you will see in WPIAL history happened in Class 4A. The top dogs, McKeesport and Mars, go at it. Mr. Kamon Spell, 420 all-purpose yards, 6 different touchdowns. We got highlights from that game. That is a must-see game. Moving on, there were 2 teams that were undefeated that went down. We have highlights from that game, from both of those games as well. Once again, at WPIAL Insider on these WPIAL recap shows, this is the only place where you're going to be able to find highlights from these games. Both Jefferson Morgan and Western Beaver having dream seasons in both get dashed. Mohawk takes down Western Beaver, and Bentworth takes down Jefferson Morgan in maybe the upset of the night in the WPIAL. We have highlights from both of those games. You're not going to want to miss those actions. Speaking of, taking down some heavy favorites, Newcastle has been the talk of the WPIAL. They are trying to win their conference for the first time in almost 40 years. Coach Mo has them lined up, but you have to get past West Allegheny. West Allegheny, a monster upset, throws a major wrench into Class 4A. Reminder, in Class 4A, there's only 8 playoff spots. There's a weird scenario where either Aliquippa or Thomas Jefferson do not get into the playoffs. They really have to take care of business the final 2 weeks of action to make sure that they are back in the playoffs. Speaking of Thomas Jefferson, they go down last week to Trinity. Trinity and Chartiers Valley were on a collision course to take the conference. Who would have thought Trinity and Char Valley were playing for conference supremacy this week? We have highlights of that game. Trinity, this would be their first conference win outright in 40 years as well. So a lot of historic things coming up here. Speaking of historic, Scoop Smith, my man, touchdowns 3 different ways. Trust me, you'll want to see these highlights. Scoop is the most electrifying player. I'm trying to think maybe since Tyler Boyd. I mean, he gets touchdowns in ways you can't even fathom or think of, and people still continue to kick to him. I don't understand it. Sometimes you just got to take your medicine, kick it out of bounds. Scoop Smith making coaches pay every single week in the return game. And finally, in 1A, Southside Beaver. A couple of their fans are telling Mr. Insider, you don't put any respect on Southside Beaver and head coach Luke Travelpiece. I don't think that's necessarily correct. I won't say it's incorrect either. We have highlights of that game versus Neshannock. Can they silence Mr. Insider? We're going to find out right here, right now. Let's jump into the highlights from Week 7 of WPIAL football action. Let's start things off here in the Battle of the South Hills, where Bethel Park travels all the way to Upper St. Clair, and it's going to be Dante Corey. An 8-yard touchdown run to start the game off. Corey had a big game there, then Banbury. John Banbury, 6-yard touchdown run there for the Panthers. Bethel Park is going to respond, though. It's going to be Evan Devine dropping back, finding Charlie Simmons for the 19-yard touchdown. BP gets on the board, but Upper St. Clair going to find pay dirt. It's going to be Josh Schneider, a 9-yard touchdown run for the Panthers, and it's not going to be all. John Banbury, he's making his presence felt again. Another 9-yard touchdown run. Upper St. Clair in complete control, but Devine going to find his guy Santino Nazawananik. Santino from 69 yards. Big play there, but Corey not going to be denied. A 63-yard touchdown here every time Bethel Park responded. Upper St. Clair comes back with another big play. David Dennison, he's going to get in on the action for the Blackhawks. 1-yard touchdown run there. But once again, here comes this guy, Corey, 5-yard touchdown run. They get those tough yards over there in Pantherland, and they were home. Ethan Hellman, he's been quiet tonight, not no more. Finds his guy Nico D'Orazio, 11-yard touchdown there. David Dennison gonna try to bring the Blackhawks back, 3-yard touchdown here, but that's not gonna be enough. Hellman finds his guy the Animal, Randy Yan, for a touchdown. Panthers all over it. Divine gonna find his guy Santino one more time in the back of the end zone for the touchdown, but it's gonna be all Upper St. Clair, 57-32. Moving on in 4A action, we got Mars versus McKeesport. This is a great game. Maybe determines the 1 seed here in 4A, and it's going to be Come On Spell starting the game off. 8-yard touchdown there, and oh, he is not done. He's not even close to being done. Here he goes again. 5-yard touchdown there. Mars needs a response. They're going to find it from Jamison Garvin. 3-yard touchdown run there from Garmin, but the problem is... McKeesport has Come On Spell. That's a grown man run right there for Spell from 25 yards out. Then McKeesport, Javier Everett, 1-yard touchdown run there. It's all Tigers, and they're not letting up either. It's going to be Matt Miller dropping back in the shotgun. When do you see McKeesport in the shotgun? They're going to find Come On Spell. He gets behind the defense. 66-yard touchdown there for Spell. Mars needs a response. Garvin, 2-yard touchdown run there. Mars stringing along a couple nice drives together. Aiden Yoakum here, 4-yard touchdown run for the Fighting Planets. The Fighting Planets fighting back here. What's going to happen is McKeesport, they're going to find Akeem Cochran. Cochran's going to take it from 33 yards out. McKeesport back again. Mars gets stuffed on 3rd down. They have to punt it. Oh, no. Please don't tell me they punted it to the guy. Here he is, Come On Spell, taking it from the 14-yard line, and he's going to juke a couple guys, stiff arm another, outrun the final guy to the edge. 86-yard touchdown for Spell, and he's not done yet. McKeesport in the shotgun. They're just going to give it to Spell up the gut, 55 yards. You can't arm tackle this guy. The 6th touchdown run for Come On Spell on the night. He went bonkers. Mars, they got a nice running back as well. Aiden Yoakum. Yoakum making that safety miss, breaking some ankles. 91 yards to the house, but it's going to be a little bit too late here. It's going to be all McKeesport in the big battle for 4A, 56-31. Moving on to a Conference 5A battle. Woody High travels to Gateway, and this is a nice WPIAL rivalry here. And Scoop Smith is going to start it off with a bang. 73 yards off the left tackle. You're not beating him to the edge. Scoop, the star was shining bright on this Friday night. Starts it off with a 73-yarder there. Then Taylor Reed, who's been having an unbelievable year for the Wolverines. 1-yard touchdown run there. Gateway needs a response, and they're going to find it from Lamont Bates. 1-yard touchdown run there, and they're not done. They are not done. Sean Moorfield from the Wildcat. A jump pass to Casey Carter. All of a sudden, the Gators tie things up, but it's going to be Cam Walter finding his guy Prince Tarrant. 25-yard touchdown pass there for the Wolverines, but it's going to be Bates again. 4-yard touchdown run there to knot things up for the Gators. The problem is they kicked it in play, and when you kick it in play, Scoop Smith tends to return it. But Gateway, nice coverage here. They're going to get him down. No, they're not going to get him down. Are you kidding me? The magician Scoop Smith, the guy is magic. Takes it 70 yards for the touchdown. Scoop having a game, my friend. But Gateway's going to need a big response here, and they're going to find it with Julian Dancier. Another touchdown for the Gators. Gators keeping it close, back and forth. We are going, but it's going to be this time Scoop Smith in an orbit motion, and he can pass. 48-yard pass to Prince Tarrant. Scoop Smith finds the end zone 3 different ways there. Finally, Walter gonna drop back to pass here. Find Landon Atkins with a beautiful dime, drops it in the bucket. Woody High takes the win, 42-28. Jefferson Morgan traveling to Bentworth. The Rockets are undefeated, and here we go. It's going to start off great. Here come the Rockets on the opening kickoff of the game, and Jefferson Morgan is going to house this thing. You would think Jefferson Mo will get to 8-0 off of this, right? Right? I don't know about this. Ben Hayes trying to get the WPIAL rushing title. 2-yard touchdown run there for the Bearcats. Then Jefferson Morgan going to find the end zone again. A monster play here from the Rockets. They take the lead again, but from here on out, it is going to be the Wildcats. Hayes, 39-yard touchdown run here. It became the Ben Hayes show. Then after this touchdown here, it's going to be Ty Watson going to drop back to pass and find Matt Behana in the end zone. Are you kidding me? Over top of the Jefferson Morgan defender. Unbelievable. Then Ben Hayes going to take it again from 10 yards out, going to follow his blocks all the way to the corner of the end zone, and he's going to top it off for good measure here. Bentworth with a monster upset in the Tri-County South, 35-13. Staying in single A action, Southside travels to Neshannock, and Southside doesn't get the respect they deserve. Could they get it here? Neshannock's going to start the game off early. Gino Mazzacchio, 60-yard quarterback power right up the gut, touchdown. Neshannock takes the lead early. It looked like they were going to be off to the races, but after this, it's going to be AC Corfield, 48 yards to the house, and from this point on, it's going to be all Southside all night long. Corfield again, 7-yard touchdown. Todd Majevic, 1-yard touchdown here. Luke Travelpiece does an unbelievable job with the Southside Rams. Will Morgan going to get in on the action, 2-yard run here, and then for good measure, Corfield from 85 yards out, breaking tackles right up the gut. Southside is going to score 5 straight touchdowns to take the win, 35-7. Moving on, in a monster battle in 4A, Chartiers Valley travels to Trinity, and this was a great one. This one potentially for a conference championship. Jonah Williamson, 5-yard run there, but Luke Miranda is going to respond. 3-yard touchdown here for Char Valley. Nice play there after a Trinity field goal. Char Valley Miranda is going to find Julia's Best, and Best is going to best the Trinity defender there. CV takes the lead, but Jonah Williamson, who is having one stellar senior season, 75 yards to the house here, and he's not going to be done. This will be after a 4-touchdown run performance here. Here's a 3-yard touchdown for Mr. Williamson. Jonah going to Harvard. He is tough as nails as a QB. And the magic man himself, he's going to fumble it here, pick it up. Just a bevy of Char Valley defenders can't bring him down in the backfield. Talk about a top 10 play nominee there. Williamson from 11 yards out. Miranda gonna find his guy Damian Holloway, and Holloway's been having a great senior year as well for CV. Then Trinity needs a nice response. They're gonna get one from Owen Gardner. This would pretty much put the Colts away. A 48-yard touchdown here, but just in case, for good measure, Miranda's going to drop back to pass, and it's going to be Dan Glass. Glass going to pick it and take it to the house. 50-yard pick six there for the Hillers, and it's going to be all Trinity, 42-18. Moving on in a big 6A battle, Canon Mac travels up to Wexford, North Allegheny. Here we go. It's going to be Brady Brinkley dropping back to pass, finding Cam Kushner on the post, 26-yard touchdown. NA gets on the board early. Then it's going to be the big fella, Luke Rohan. He is tough to bring down. 1-yard touchdown run there. Canon Mac needs a response, and they're going to find it. Ty Jansma finding TJ Sabatucci. Sabatucci's having a great senior year as well, but NA gets another response. Brinkley drops back, finds his guy Corey Pitts in the end zone from 33 yards out there. Canon Mac going to try to come back here with Rice Main field goal. He tacks on a couple field goals here, but it's not going to be enough. North Allegheny goes on to win 21-13. Moving on, undefeated Western Beaver travels to Mohawk, and the Warriors having a little bit of a rough time this year after they were picked 4th by Mr. Insider in 2A. But guess what? Justin Sager, 9-yard touchdown pass there from Bobby Fadden. Then Mohawk again, Joey Nail, 11-yard touchdown run here. Reminder, Western Beaver's undefeated here, everybody. Then Western Beaver trying to get back in this game, dropping back to pass. It's going to be Bobby Fadden from his safety position. A pick 6 to the house. All of a sudden, Mohawk, a 3-score lead. Amari Marshall for Western Beaver is going to find the end zone. Nice run there to get Western Beaver on the board, but Mohawk, a big response from Cash Stratton. Mohawk has a great offense, very fun to watch, but it's going to be Marshall again for Western Beaver. Going to run around. I mean, look at this play. Talk about another top 10 play nominee here. Juking and jiving all around the defense, beating the defenders to the edge here. 52 yards out here. Then they're going to drop back to pass again, looking around, and Marshall's going to find Wyatt Sparbaney, and Sparbaney's going to take it 60 yards to the house. Western Beaver trying to come back here. They just can't seem to do it. Mohawks land in Arijo, 26-yard touchdown run there, and it's going to be all Warriors, 40-20. Western Beaver takes their first loss of the season. Then, in the Parkway Battle 4A Conference, West Allegheny travels to the crowd favorite Newcastle, who just knocked off Montour and Aliquippa. But it's going to be West Allegheny's Tegan Tomei going to kick a field goal. Then Brody Cornell is going to run it in. They're going to take a 2-score lead. Then Marino Graham, the freshman phenom, finds Chase Lemon. Then Graham's going to find Kai Cox here. Graham and Cox have been awesome all year long, but it's going to be Cornell again. 3-yard touchdown run there for jersey number 3 there. And how about another 3-yard touchdown run for Brody Cornell? It's going to be all West A on a monster upset, 24-14. In 5A ball, heck, this could be a playoff spot. Shaler and North Hills both struggling, but so is that entire conference. One of them needs a big win, and it's going to be John L. Edison starting it off for North Hills. 8-yard touchdown run there. But Shaler going to get back on the board. It's going to be Aaron Aversa finding Logan Messina for the touchdown for the Titans. Aversa is going to push this one here. 1-yard run for the Titans there. And this might be the difference maker. And Alex Gaetano, big field goal there, puts them up 17-7. North Hills Edison going to get another 4-yard touchdown run here, but it's not going to be enough. That field goal by Gaetano is going to be the difference. Shaler takes down North Hills 17-14. And then our final game in a big battle in 2A, South Park trying to get back on track versus Ligonier Valley, but it's going to be Levi Faust for Ligonier Valley getting his push on. Here we go, 7-0 Ligonier Valley. But Colson Haynes, he says, hey, I can do this too from 1 yard out. He's going to run over the Ligonier Valley defender. South Park ties it up, and then it's going to be Quentin Napper. 65 yards for the Eagles, just cutting up the defense there, juking out a couple DBs there, and South Park going to take the 14-7 lead before Ligonier Valley gets the ball back. Ligonier Valley hung around in this game for a while, mainly because of Levi Faust, and Faust going to take it 38 yards here. Nice touchdown run there for Faust, but the problem is on the ensuing kickoff. They kick it to that guy, Quentin Napper, and Napper going to return this one 80 yards right through the heart of the return team. And I'll tell you what, Ligonier Valley get a nice shot of the grass field. I can respect a very nice grass field, and Ligonier Valley certainly does have a nice grass field. But let's get some Robert Lenzi in the action. Oh, I'm sorry. This is going to be Haynes again, 9-yard touchdown run. Colson Haynes back-to-back touchdowns. Then Robert Lenzi here, now going to drop back to pass, roll around, find Jacob Ramondi. in the back of the end zone. He gets his guy over the Ligonier Valley defender. Nice pass there from Lindsay. And then Napper having a beautiful, beautiful night. He's going to make Ligonier Valley. He's going to put them to sleep. Napper makes them nap. 48-yard touchdown there. Ligonier Valley gonna get on the board one more time. Aaron Dennison from 4 yards out, but it's not gonna be enough. It's gonna be all South Park, 42-21. And that'll do it for the highlight section of the show. Another great week of Western Pennsylvania football action. South Park rights their ship. They were on a 3-game losing streak. They had to travel all the way to Ligonier Valley. Ligonier Valley, beautiful playing field for a grass field. I really like how they do it. Mohawk, they do it up as well over there for the Warriors. Ligonier Valley, first time on the highlight show, so nice seeing them make an appearance there. I think the big surprise of the night was the Bearcats from Bentworth in the Tri-County South taking down Jefferson Morgan, the Rockets, 8-0, no mo. Jefferson Morgan falls to 7-1. Trinity, Jonah Williamson putting up a dream senior season. The Harvard commit is getting it done through the air and especially getting it done on the ground. We've seen a couple of magical highlights action. Let's take a quick commercial break and we will be right back with the top 25.
Black Bear Fundraising, in partnership with Vertical Raise Donation Platform, is proud to sponsor the WPIAL Insider Show Player and Coach of the Week Award. For over 25 years, we've been helping teams and groups raise the funds they need. From our premium discount cards to the Vertical Raise online platform, we've helped hundreds of programs raise millions of dollars. And just this year, we worked with Peters Township Football, helping them raise over $55,000 for their program. If you're looking for the best fundraising solution in the tri-state area, reach out to us today. Black Bear Fundraising and Vertical Raise Pittsburgh, the official fundraising partners of the WPIAL Insider Show.
Some moments on the field go beyond the game. They shape who we become. At Home Team Collections, we honor those moments with the care and craftsmanship they deserve. Because these moments aren't just memories, they're a legacy worth preserving. Any team, any sport, any logo. Visit HomeTeamCollections.com today and save $10 off your first order.
Welcome back to the WPIAL Recap Show. We got your recap from all of Week 7 of Western Pennsylvania high school football. One of our favorite things to do every single week is drop our Fry Performance Training Top 25. Reminder, this Top 25 is how Mr. Insider, how I see it every single week. I rank them from best to worst, the top 25 teams, regardless of classification, who I think will beat who. It changes every single week as we get more results on the field. It's a lot of fun doing it. And we have some more major changes, but Central Catholic, spoiler alert, they're going to stay at number 1. But let's jump to our Fry Performance Training Top 25. And here it is, your WPIAL Insider Top 25, presented by Fry Performance Training. Fry Performance Training, building fast, explosive, and strong athletes. Trust me, you're going to want to visit them online at fryperformancetraining.com. The things they're doing to get these athletes to the next level is innovative and creative, and they are years ahead of the curve right now. Trust me, you want to check them out if you want to play at the next level. Speaking of which, playing at the next level, there's no better team at doing it right now in Western Pennsylvania than Central Catholic, and they are number 1. Big win against Norwin. Would have liked to see them win a little bit more, but hey, a win's a win in Western Pennsylvania, especially in 6A football. Central Catholic holding it down at number 1. Pine Richland, they have been red hot. Still at number 2. They did fall to Central Catholic early in the year. Peters Township, we feel good about them being at 3. North Allegheny, they continue to play close. They play close one more time. They have Pine Richland this week. If they lose to Pine Richland, they're going to drop a couple spots, I think. But, yeah, it's going to be a big battle this week with 2 versus number 4. Rounding out the top 5 is Upper St. Clair. Avonworth and Woodland Hills still at 6 and 7. They're sitting tight. And a new number 8, McKeesport, who beats Mars. They take over number 8. Come on, Spell is now healthy. He is deadly. The Tigers can shoot up the rankings if he continues playing how he does. Penn Trafford and Mars round out the top 10. Moon coming in at number 11, very respectable. Thomas Jefferson at number 12. I know Thomas Jefferson keeps kind of, hovering around and falling. They were top 5 earlier in the year, all the way down to 12. And Monty Christian shooting up from 18 to 13. A lot of teams in those middle tiers lost this week, including Newcastle, who dropped to West Allegheny. Newcastle falls to 14. Coming in at 15 is Aliquippa without Marcus Council, and I hear he will be out the remainder of the season. Their superstar quarterback going to the Ivy League. That's a big loss for the Quips. We will see if they can rebound. Norwin, after losing to Central, drops to 16. They put up a valiant effort, though. Drops to 16. And here's 17 through 25. This is a crapshoot. Everybody beats one another. It's very odd. But we have Montour at 17. Because they did beat Trinity. Trinity coming in at 18 after a monster win over number 21, Char Valley. Bethel Park loses. They drop to 19. South Allegheny, I like them there at number 20. They're the highest ranked 2A team right now. I have them there because they are undefeated. I do think Seton LaSalle is the premier 2A team right now, but they have a loss. South Allegheny does not have a loss. Char Valley, they are staying put at 21. Hopewell staying put at 22. South Fayette drops to 23 after losing to Peters Township. That one hurts. Elizabeth Forward and Seton LaSalle both making the rankings for the first time. Elizabeth Forward coming in at number 24. I love that quarterback, Ryan Messina. And EF is a problem in 3A. I think that they can really make a title run. And Seton LaSalle. Seton has one loss. They haven't really played anybody is the problem, but they continue to blow out teams, and they come in at number 25. And that'll do it for the WPIAL Recap Show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in and week out and checking out the WPIAL highlights of the last Friday night games. I have a grand old time doing this. Reminder, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at WPIAL_insider. We have a lot of different fun, do a whole lot of different rankings, post highlights all week long. This is probably our favorite show to do. We also have the podcast, which is the number 1 podcast in high school football in the country. Stats show it. And it's all thanks to you guys, the fans. So be sure to check me out on Twitter and Instagram at WPIAL_insider. We'll be back. We only have 2 more weeks of high school football action in the regular season, and then it's winter play basketball season. I can't wait to continue to bring you guys the highlights, break down the conference champions, all that and more right here on the WPIAL Recap Show. Thanks again to 22 The Point. This is your host, the WPIAL Insider, Carlos Zofko, and I'll be seeing you next week.